This is the Vryheid road. We're about 17 miles on the Dundee side of Vryheid, and we've just driven into a farmer's ground to go down to the Scheeper's Neck Battle Monument. And this is the monument to Bethune's mounted infantry who were badly cut up at this place. This little monumental area and graveyard is several hundred meters from the main road, and there appears to be no access path at all. When the maize is high, it would probably be quite difficult to actually see this monument from the main road. These graves are overgrown with blackjacks and weeds. Bethune's mounted infantry. These are the men who are buried here. Captain Goff, Lieutenant Lanham, and all these other men. They died here on the 20th of May 1900. There's no inscriptions on this pyramid, but there is an old headstone here to Sergeant Major Edgar Schmidt-Hadler from Germany, who died here. And then in addition there's this other grave here with a cross on it, but there's no names on it. The whole area is fenced off and is obviously protected from livestock that meander all over the place in these fields. The place is full of weeds and blackjacks, as you can see from the small collection that Trish has accumulated on her trouser legs. Thank you very much for the little dance. And while Trish is busy removing the blackjacks from her trousers, we'll have a look in this direction, and you can quite clearly see the gap in the mountains there, which is Blood River Poort, where in September 1901 Colonel Hubert Goff with Goff's mounted infantry impetuously charged into an ambush laid by General Louis Botha, and not only lost his whole unit, but was captured himself. And this is a closer view of Blood River Poort. Looking further to the left, in this direction, about 50 kilometers away, is the town of Utrecht. I've moved a bit further over so we haven't got the tree blocking our view, but this range of mountains is the sort of lower end of the Drakensberg, and Utrecht is in that general direction, about 50 kilometers away. Meantime, the blackjack removing continues. The road at the turn of the 19th to 20th century actually ran along the ridge just below this tree line. The trees didn't exist in those days. And you can still, in fact, make out the old road up here on this slope. The Boer ambush was all the way along this ridge here, and they probably let it go prematurely, getting the front end of Bethune's column, allowing the rest of the convoy to skedaddle down this slope here, where they tried to make a stand against the Boer attack, but they failed. And the grave markers and the monuments are just over the ridge in the foreground here, probably 400 meters off the road. This is the farm track we used to get in. It is not easy to find, and you've got to keep your eye open and know the general area of where to look. And at the present time there are no markers on the road to warn you that the monuments are in fact there. And these vehicles are hurrying on their way to Vryheid.